And we are live. It's T minus 26 minutes away from a cheeky FP2, and I and you, and we are here for it. What's going on? David Hughes, Daniel, John Perry, Outlaw, all up in the chat, ready to go, raring. Start your engines, ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing? And now I can hear myself in there. That's so frustrating. Just in the flow of things, and then I can hear myself, and we don't want or need that, do we? Maximilian Verstappen axe the cams. Brett, it's going to stick, isn't it? Mr. Maximilian Verstappen for some say seem to. You know what? Since Max is going to be so rude about F1 YouTubers, insinuating that they're waffling, that I and you and we are waffling, no, speculating about his future. I'm going to. I mean, it's probably the perfect time, right? It's more apropos now than ever to bin off the full soon to be 5-time champion. Maximilian Verstappen sadly won't be a 5-time champion, not this year at least. The alt of the MCL 39, it's double brake duct. It's fantastic. We're in Crackosaurus out here, absolute legendary settings. Kicking off the stream as we mean to go on, gifting 5 memberships. Listen, if you like the stream, then like the stream. It matters more than I realise. It enables YouTube to know that we're not out here talking muggles, that we're adding value as far as our very unique brand of F1 Silly Liquid. In the second instance, if you like the stream, then like the stream. It's free. It matters. And in the third instance, if you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab. Get yourself over on the Discord. I will post a brand new updated Discord link in there. Read the newsletter that goes out circa 1 time a week. And get yourself priority in the chat each and every single time. And there is much. Your boy needs to start tagging this up, don't we? Because your boy, Cameron CC, is knowledge. T minus 24 minutes away from a cheeky FP2. It's Oscar and it's Lando, eh? T-tier championship, McLaren and the rest, sadly. I don't even want to give up hope. I still want somebody else to challenge. Mention no names, Maximilian Verstappen, Cameron's Waffle House. But do you know what I mean? I don't know. Peddlers, what's going on? John Perry out here, you're a legend. You and Peter need to do a stream during qualifying or practice doing a hot wing challenge. Ah, would be epic. I don't hate it, John, but you're far too kind as always, so I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know how much Mr. Windsor would be, how amenable he would be to the hot wings would be chaos. We did the hot wings challenge once upon a time, John. It was no fun. The what's it called? There's one in particular that always gets the reaction, and we tried that one, and it got a reaction from us. It was chaotic, more chaotic than chaotic things. Let's get the conversation started. Send Max a pack of frozen burn. Ha! He'd enjoy that, wouldn't he? Too many people waffling, said Maximilian Verstappen. Well, I mean, I don't know. Max speculating. I'd be precise, a bit more precise with my lingo there. Waffling, not necessarily sometimes, but not all the times. But why would you use one word when you can use 100,057? Like what? No, being concise is an art form in and of itself, isn't it? And so something that your boy Cameron needs to get a little bit better at doing sometimes. John Perry, you're a legend, sir. I appreciate you, mate. This stream is brought to you by Sir John Perry, as per usual. Safak, what's going on? We are T minus 22 minutes away from a cheeky. Is this interesting? Andreas Stella saying that we want to see great racing. Now, what's happened now? Look at how this narrative has evolved. Shall we waffle about it, chap? McLaren, for the longest time, people ask questions about their papaya-coloured rules, or papaya rules even is what they term them. That's all faded to black, right? Because they've got 260-something points in hand in the constructors. Now they can afford to fight and take each other out. Now we can get a proper championship potentially, look but never stare, potentially. But the problem is that F1 people, especially your Drive to Survive fans, are going to start to dial out. Every single Drive to Survive series that they've ever watched is not like this. This is stasis. This is This is stoicism epitomised, and I use that word quite deliberately. What you need if you're going to have a God test, I was arguing with Shez and Baxley about this the other day, 2021. What you need if you've got a gangbusters season, you need yourself a polar opposites, right? You've got a Lewis and a Max. As far as drivers, they couldn't be more similar. As far as people, they couldn't be more different. One is from the UK, one is Max Verstappen from the Netherlands, one is a diehard racer, one is a racer come superstar, one was always going to be on the grid, one barely made it there despite the challenging circumstance that he grew up with, not because of my love for waffles. We've gone waffles. I might just change the channel to Max's Waffles. Waffle along or something like that. It's tech. It's going to stick, isn't it? All these people waffling. 100 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like. We are T-minus 20 minutes away from why did the waffle break up with the pancake too flat for it? Let's go. Anthony D talking about Matt's stuff. I'll tell you what though, if ever you needed proof of how important it is for F1 to have a competitive season, if ever you needed proof of why 2021 made F1 go gangbusters, made attention dollars as far as the fabled 18 to 35-year-old demographic go parabolic, then this is that, right? We are indeed back for FP2. But this is case in point. Even though it's close for the Drivers' Championship, nobody cares. It feels and looks like nobody cares. Maybe towards the end of the race it will change a little bit, but for now, you need another entrant. A Max or a Lewis, say, or somebody like that. I think the reason why 2021 was, I feel like we might have to go and watch along 2021, you know, at some point. We might have to chat. I just think it was too gangbusters. I feel like it's one of those ones that people don't put enough respect on 2021's name. Hey Cameron, more collabs with, yeah, no, we'll get it on, Rick. We'll get it on. But I mean, Peter's a busy man, so I don't want to ask. I think Peter quite enjoys the Monday catch-ups because we're talking about the race, and again I've got the modern day lens through which I examine my F1, and Peter's got his god tier racing IQ and his data bank of F1 information and nostalgia, bigger, broader, wider and deeper pores than probably anybody else alike. Like he just knows everything, right? Jim Clark was on the plane with him in 1950 when it like it's bonkers. So I don't know. Let's waffle. Let's go. Macon, you're a legend. An absolute legend. Let me say this up front and central. I make no apologies for labouring this point. This community drives and survives by dint of you guys turning up, you guys and your availability, making time for the channel, being here and in the Discord, holding my very noddy B-spec feet to the very hot F1 flame. That's what this is for. It's a conversation, an argument, a respect for one F1 barbershop. It has to be that. It cannot be any more all nicely buttoned up. After you, Claude, I concur, sir. No, we've got to have a conversation, right? How about this? What do you think about this? What about this? Have you considered this, Cameron? Cameron, you got it wrong about Frederick Vasseur. He's not gone. He stayed. You know what I mean? Friction. Those are the most entertaining conversations. More collabs with Mr. Windsor. Watch along, hopefully coming soon. Watch along, get me my anti-hypertension meds. Let's go, TWM. Oh, gosh. Well, aloha. Put some respect on Twitter. Oh my gosh, Daniel. I think we need to go back and watch it. 128 if you're watching concurrently. Anthony Davidson talking about geez, John Perry, you are an absolute legend. Sir John Perry. This stream is brought to you by him. Put some respect on Sir John Perry's name. Gifting memberships out here in perpetuity ad infinitum without compunction. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. More than words can convey. Welcome, Baz Aaron. Fidel Jimenez. Get yourself over, guys and girls. Get yourself over to the community tab. And get yourself over to the Discord. I promise there will be an updated Discord link out there a little bit later on. I want to eat my morning waffles after a night with Danica. You're a big fan of Danica. Danica will divide opinion though. Always. T-minus 16 minutes till we get ourselves a cheeky FP2. It is round 14. It is Hungary. It is the Hungarian. Shout out to my guys at the Shakedown, the one that they call Shez, aka the A side, and Sebaxty B. Shares of Thai GP podcast, Sebaxty B of Shifting Happens, and Baxty B F1. Shout out to those guys who are in attendance today. So I hear. By the way, if we're talking circumstance, things that you need to know going into round 14, the Hungarian Grand Prix. It might rain. 40 to 60% chance on race day. 40% chance of rain on Saturday for quali. Oh, the humanity. Can you say Maximilian Verstappen, Regenmeister, internal gyroscope, handle the car, manage it in and on and around the limits of adhesion? Oof. Oof. Oh, the humanity indeed, Safak. John Perry's this channel DNFs without John Perry's generosity ad infinitum. 116 if you're watching, do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream now, please. Laura got a killer smile. We're debating here. This is a techier than techie conversation. I would contend that all of the panelists have great personalities. Bernie, Brooksy, Natalie Pink. I'm a bit partial to Brooksy. I've got to be honest. If we're talking broadcasters, Brooksy is seasoned. I'll put it that way. I think Brooksy, as much as I like Natalie, if Natalie went away to seek to pastures anew, like when I wanted to cover football, and you subbed in Brooksy as the full-time one alongside Martin, Nico, Anthony Davidson, Ted Kravitz, and Alex Jakes. Oh, the humanity. And James Allen. Oh my God, there's your A team. We've solved for all of the travails and ills of Sky Sports as a broadcaster. Here's your team. Here's your gangbuster team that projects Formula One coverage to new levels. Here we are. Brooksy, legend, 10 out of 10 every single time. Ted Kravitz is your Rome. Oh my gosh, Peter Windsor. But the problem is Peter wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. Let's play hypothetical games. Ted and Peter is your pit lane correspondence. Peter has colour commentary when he's ready. Brooksy is your kind of your lead off. I think she's better than Simon. Whatever. Simon's good, but no. Brooksy's a legend. So it goes Brooksy, it goes Ted Kravitz, it goes Peter Windsor, it goes Brundle, Nico Rosberg, Alex Jakes. Done. I've solved it. There we go. There we go, Issa. We've done it. I want Oscar to answer all radio confirmations with that's quite good. So John Ferry, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oscar. No, that's not bad. Copy. He could never. Good, Lewis. Lewis is happy. He looks happy, but he's saying he needs to go away and recharge his batteries. I had another quote from Sir Lewis saying he's not retiring until he wins his first for Ferrari. Fair play, Joe. I mean, manifest it, Lewis. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he can do. I don't know. Ruth Buscombe for the techies that I know. Ruth is good. Ruth is good. I didn't know that Ruth was Oxbridge. Okay, she went to one of Oxford or Cambridge, the premier universities or colleges for you guys in North America, in the UK. If you get into Oxford or Cambridge, your mind is sharp. A+ teamy. So that's not about. I think I've called it. Oh, Bernie. Do we need Bernie? I know Bernie's got a massive like. I'm not Bernie's biggest. I'll be honest with you. Crucify me for it. I know they will come for me for that. Why don't you like Bernie? I don't know. I'm not a big fan. And I've forgotten Naomi, haven't I? Yeah, you need more representation in there. All right, go on then. Let's copy Pinks in there. Rachel, Pinks, Brundle, Anthony Davidson, Ted. But yeah, it's too one-sided, isn't it? There. I'm trying to think who's Liz. What about Liz McKenzie? God tier. Who's just getting warmed up. F1 should get YouTubers to do a broadcast for a weekend. Pay homage to the ones who keep them at Chiba. They will never, though, Chiba. But you're singing from my hymn sheet there, Chiba. I agree with you, mate. Like, you've nailed it there, but they would never. They will in the end. They will in the end. Sky were doing it last year when they get Tomo and Aldous on for a little bit, and Matt and Tommy sometimes, and I think they understand. How dare you slander Bernie? I know, Easy G. I knew I was going to get smashed for that. Everybody loves Bernie, apart from me. I don't know what it is. She's a brilliant racing mod. They get it twisted. I've got nothing. I prefer Ruth. I would get Ruth in over Bernie, but Ruth is already otherwise occupied, isn't she? Is the issue? F1 TV have done that. Have they? Who have they got in there? Max? My sister went to HPA on Oahu. That's what got me out there. Let's go, Tuba. Don't you dare slander. Screw. Oh, the kids one. Yeah, that kids isn't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I want to hear grown people talk about that. Ruth is good. I think I prefer Ruth to Bernie. And I'm not talking about they're both brilliant F1 minds, brilliant racing minds. But what I'm talking about, of course, is like their personal panache. I prefer Ruth. Ruth goes hard in the paint as far as her style of presentation. You don't like Bernie either, Safak. I'm not a big Bernie fan. I don't hate her or anything. It's not like personal, but I don't know. I tell you what I don't like about Bernie, that she still hasn't got on much. She does the Sky Sports F1 broadcast that news makes their difference every single week. And her audio's still bad. What? Sounds like she's in like... She sounds like she's in the bloody sewer with like Michelangelo and Raphael and Leonardo and Splinter. See, internationally syndicated, but you can't send her a mic, Scott. I suppose I should blame Sky more than her. But if I went on Sky and sounded like that, you lot would smash me. Not going on Sky anytime soon. Sophie, Mama Max, drop a like if you hadn't already. Yeah, Jomo, legend up in here. How you doing, Jomo? Moderator extraordinaire each and every single time. Angel, I personally like Matt. I personally find... So go on then, Angel. I shouldn't listen. It would be remiss of me not to talk about Matt and Tommy and pay them homage. Like I would have loved to get them on the podcast, but when I reached out to them, they blanked me. Yeah, fuck you. Too big. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to come on here, which is fair. That's their prerogative, right? So I don't. When you hear me talking about, I will never slander them. They're not my tipple, to be fair. I think they're a bit. Just not. I don't know. I just don't. They've got their shtick of Matt and Tommy. Matt and Tommy, yeah. And they're the market leaders. They've been at it the longest in again. I mean, yeah, don't say anything negative, Cameron. Or don't. If you haven't got anything positive to say, then don't say it. But they're the market leaders, and I've got to put some respect on their name. Do you know what I mean? They're not bad, though. I don't think I'd watch them anytime soon. But that's horses for courses. But yeah, when I reached out to them to try and get them on the channel, knowing that there's a crossover as far as I know, a lot of you guys watch them. When I reached out to get them on, they go on every other stream. They're good mates with Tomo, I know, but they didn't reach back out to me, which is fair. Too good for me, exactly, Klocksky, too good for me. It's fine, you know what I mean? They don't owe me anything. They don't need to reach back out to me. That's why I never liked them personally. Me neither. Not as like people. I don't know them, but their brand of content's not for me. But they're doing all right. They don't need me to like them. They're market leaders. I was thinking of Bernie Sanders. Tom Deacon is the streamer that hosts the Cool Down Room show on F1 TV and does crowd. Tom Deacon, Tom Clarkson, Max. Tom Clarkson, if you're talking about the dude who hosts the FIA presses, he used to be a columnist on F1 Racing, edited at the time by Matt Bishop alongside Peter. I mean, it's the glory days of F1 writing, right? You imagine Matt, Peter, Tom Clarkson all penning F1 articles for the same magazine. Bring that back today if you could. It's not Bernie's accent. She's kissing, filling yourself into the sky. Oof. I mean, she's no Nico Rosberg, but there aren't very... I sub to you to spite them. Let's go. I mean, to be fair to Matt and Tommy, they're not. I mean, Tommy knows everything. 120, 107.2, whatever it is. Jack Villeneuve and Heinz Howard Frentzen. Ever with Michael Schumacher, Headers 97. No, fair play to them. It'd be. I can't come out here and start slandering other people, even if they don't respond to my. I'd love to, even if they don't respond to my messages when I try and get them on the podcast. But that's up to And John, you're a legend. That's my thinking. Never had to answer this trivia time. Cameron CC. Which driver started a race from pole position, set the fastest lap, and won the race, but did not lead a single lap? Oof. What are we talking about, mate? So it's a late disqualification. Holy smoke, Joe, mate. Don't forget, Law's a legend. Law. I'm not going to speak about any of it. Law, I tell you, my guys. Law, Tactical, Nasher, Quick Stop F1, Shez of Tyre GP, Baxty of Baxty BF1. They're my guy. Aldas, of course. I'm trying to think who else has given up time to come on the channel of late. Peter Windsor, of course. I mean, goes without saying. You don't get he's an acquired taste, is Law. As am I, with all my waffling and my talking extemporaneously about Formula One. Cam, what was it with Sir Lewis Hamilton interviewing the Mysterio? I don't know. Some Matchbox thing. I don't know. He's going to have to wait on me. Somebody speculated that it was something that I can't remember. I do that every time I play Mario Kart. Let's go, John. I can't remember what it was, but somebody did work it out. Old type journals don't like YouTubers, Cameron. You are a competition. You are in a competition. They don't know how to take down. They have no settings. Just go, Daniel. Yeah, different level. Ankel says Lord VS and Tomo are gated 100%. They're my guys. I most wanted Tomo to be like, I watched Tomo forever before I was podcasting, and I almost wanted Tomo to be a douchebag, but he's not. He's such a nice guy, such a legend. He's almost perfect, he's Tomo. And Law's a legend as well. And so is Tactic. If you see them on the channel, as at August of 2025, then they're legends. 4.4 kilometres track distance, 70 laps, 1 minute 13.447 is your track lap record. Quali, 35 metres elevation, 325 kilometres per hour is your top speed. 14 corners, 6 to the left, 8 to the right, says Crofty. 1 detection zone, 2 DRS zones. Your tyres, C3, C4, C5. It's going to get techier than techie things. In the next 3 minutes or less, trivia time, which driver started a race from pole but did not? I don't know. Trick question, nobody. Swiss Tony, Jomo's put that out there. There must be somebody. Tom Deacon. You're talking about Tom Deacon, Max. I don't know that person. Social Blade rates you C+ and Matt and Tommy as B. For what it's worth, I don't know how much credence. Yeah, Social Blade doesn't. I mean, you can use it, but it doesn't. No, but Matt and Tommy are the market lead. Don't get it twisted. They're 4 million views every single 30 days. No, yeah. We'll get there in the end. We'll get there with some harder. Tomo's a gentleman, as are you. I appreciate you saying that, Isa. Let's go, Nando33. You're a legend. Welcome, mate. Get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself onto the Discord so we can continue to F1 Barbershop talk each and every single time. That means he's probably cool. No, Tomo's a legend. Law VS legend. Tactical legend. Windsor, of course, absolute legend. I'm sure Cam has the wildest vocabulary in F1 year. I don't know about all of that, Joe. I don't know about all of that. I think the gift, I mean, he's just got to talk about it, right? Like, leverage the USP. We are T-minus 120 seconds away from a cheeky FP2, and that matters. Oh, gosh. Fernando Alonso is back. No more Drago. Bless him. Get out my car, Drago, said Fernando Alonso. Man from Oviedo, Astoria. Oh, the humanity. Do I not like that? Come on, Fernie. You couldn't just give this up. Do you remember that time when he had that interaction with Johnny Herbert many moons ago? Johnny was like, mate, Alonso's got to retire. And when Fernando caught him in the paddock, he was like, I'm surprised you. I'm not surprised you, Johnny Herbert, say this. For you, you had to be commentator because you will never be a champ. You will never. You were never a champion, Johnny. You were never a champion. So, I mean, fair play, mate. Say how you mean it, Fernando Alonso. Why don't you? Techier than techie things, right? I need to do something. Right, bear with. Is Crofty having a laugh? Taking a mick out of Bernie's age? Gonna go down a treat, Crofty. Bear with, I'm coming, I promise. Fudge. Right, here we go. Here we go. Done. Did you hear the story about Ollie Behrman, who went to Sweden in the mini summer break? And his missus said to him, that was quite nice, eh? And his missus said to him, listen, why don't we go karting? He said, yeah, let's go karting. If we go karting, I'm going to break a track record. And he broke the track record. But the dude who owned it before, the record, I mean, said, you know what, I'm going to have me some of that. And broke it back. But the dude apparently who holds it now is like 60 kilograms. And Ollie Behrman made 77. So again, Aaron, you're a legend. I appreciate the kind words. That means mucho. A lot. Nando out here being a legend. Let's try for 50% like 100% Chiba. Go on then. We've got 56 likes. We need to get up to 100. ASAP. If you like the stream, then you know what to do already. Like the stream. It matters. It's funny. They were talking about it during FP2, I think. Really, really good. And Ali said, you know what? I'll see you later, mate. I'm going to come and break that record again. And when we do balance of power and level up the weights, Ollie Behrman's going to be 1,000 miles down the road. Yeah, the weigh-in is going to get techie, Max. Ollie Behrman apparently isn't having it. The guy broke the... He did break it back, Isa. He did. Okay. What is Crofty on about? Mr. British bias himself. Did you hear as well Crofty defending their call over the course of the over the course of the Belgian Grand Prix? What did he want us to talk about? Said Crofty. British bias. Of course we had to talk about of course we had to talk about bloody Whatchamacallit. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. How much have people gained or lost? McLaren fastest, always have been. Mercedes have gained a little bit. 2025. Australia through to Belgium. This is interesting. Look at that. Haas have gained loads. So too, well, Mercedes have gained a little bit. Ferrari have gained a little bit. Red Bull have lost some, as have Williams, as have Racing. I mean, the story is McLaren, isn't it? That's what the story is. Is Martin commentating from the... That's techie. I don't hate it. Martin Brundle is actually in the Skycam. You want me to be honest, chap? I prefer Martin on the ground next to the track. Do you know what I mean? Max splaining, getting his hands up. Yeah, I'm not loving this. Game on the ground, Martin. It's helicopters. No, it's nice in principle, but you know, and there's a gap between theory and practice. It is quite sick, JJB. I don't hate it, but I need Martin on the ground. He's got to be feet on the ground, does Martin? Behrman does have potential. Easy G. Talking about him like whoever leaves Ferrari next. They'll parachute Ollie Behrman in. T-minus 54 minutes left on the dot of FP2 round 14, the Hungarian Grand Prix. George Russell goes top on a 17.4. Don't hate it. Why are we not watching the cars on track? Agreed. Oh, it was in a... I hear you. Yeah. No, I'm with you, Louis. I feel like I don't want to sound like the old man waving his stick at the moon, but an F1 is something that grizzled F1 vets don't like change. It's a nice idea, but in practice, get Brundle on the ground. I want to hear him talking about the camber and the load and the, do you know what I mean? How the car's moving and handling and talking to and rejecting the challenges of the get him on the ground with earphones on, please. Cheeky part. Same as I always eat together with friends. Then I can pass the rest of them. I don't hate it, Safa. I don't hate it. Why would we not? But eat what in particular, Safa? Put Nico on the helicopter and then just fly away. Nico. You need Nico on the ground, don't you? But again, he's too invested in other things, sustainability and all this other stuff. So he's got things to do. That's the gift and the curse with Nico. That's why he can afford to just rock up and not be there the next week. Hungry before hungry. Let's go. I don't hate that, Safa. That's a brilliant pun. All eyes on Nico. Yeah, Jonathan Wheatley in the interview post FP1 saying he still can't believe that Nico Hülkenberg's only just made his first podium. Interesting that. He's too good. He's too good in the feeder formula. But I mean, sometimes it just doesn't happen for you when you're in F1. Not Stroll go on then, your runners and riders. Felipe Drugovich back on the pit wall. Oh, the humanity. As if he hasn't spent enough time on there. 100% Macon. Because he's in a junior... Ollie Behrman, the rumour is that he's got next as far as Scuderia Ferrari because he's in the Ferrari junior programme, right? So yeah, he'll be up next. Vanny, hello from London, UK. Hello all from Houston, Texas. What time is it over there? About 12:10. Stroop waffle. KSG, but this isn't going anywhere. I'm sad that I even read it out. Lucy's about to go top, Charles Leclerc goes 17.2. Lewis Hamilton, though, is looking to go quicker here. 0.1. No, it's 0.2. Okay. So Lewis currently about 0.15 adrift. So looking to come in about a 17.3-ish. Oh, 17.5, he eased off, sacked it off in the sector 3. Antonio Giovinazzi looks about 10 years old. Hasn't he been in F1 like Wasn't he in F1 about 10 years ago? Orange rocket ship at it again. They're going quick. They are going quick. Oscar Piastri about to go top potentially. 28.4. No, he won't go top. He's 2/10 behind Charles Leclerc first time round. And then 3/10. No, there's going to be a half a second down here. 17.7 potentially from Oscar. Clearly not driving a car at 10/10. I don't think. But he's doing purple microsectors. This is interesting here. 28.4. 2/10. And then 27. Yeah. 17.5. Just call me Campstradamus. Some quick math. That's all that is. Go on, and all eyes. Oh, here we go. Lando's not messing about though. 28.3. Still a 10th for drifting sector 1. I think Charles Leclerc's done a lap there, you know. A bit of a benchmark, but then look at So Lando Norris is a 10th shine sector 1, but then he goes 3/10 quicker, so he's going 0.2. Looking to go 0.2, so maybe a 16.9. Go on then, all eyes, and he's going purple again in sector 3. So yeah, 16.9 potentially upcoming from on Lando Norris. There he is, 16.916. Just call me Nostradamus. Luigi Hamilton. I say Lando gets pole, but Oscar wins and Lewis will be on the podium. That's not a bad shout, Vanny 9. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Sector 2 is where Lando did all his good work, isn't it? Look at it. 3/10. How is Lando 3/10 quicker than the next best person in a sector that takes 26 seconds? It's the McLaren, isn't it? Same as last year. Oscar's car looks like it has squirrely rear end. Probably just the camera angle. Let's have a look at it from the T-cam in a minute. T-minus 49 minutes left on the docket. Oh, the humanity. Huh. Jensen button settings. Don't forget Russell had a 120.305 last year. Lap 55, says Sir John. It's good memory, mate, if you've clocked that. Lando makes 2.0 visible for a second. I mean, you'll see him in quite... From tight look, I put some respect on Lando's name for a little bit. Because what he's not is a bad driver. He's fast as fudge. Like when he's had his Weetabix proper. Singapore last year, Zandvoort last year, Monaco quali this year, Monaco race this year. When he's on it, Australia this year. When he's on it, he's not bad. Yeah, his battery is charged. I love what you said there, John. Both literally and euphemistically speaking. Like he's when he's on it, he's the different level. Oscar is sandbagging, but Max P13, not just yet, Safak. You know the line of travel of Red Bull. Always one of these. They embed. I thought that was Bernie Collins. No, it's not. It's Amy Walker. Chief trackside engineer of Mercedes AMG. Fair play. Props. Don't hate that. Yeah, but they always take a while. As far as their setup is concerned, Red Bull just try some rogue things, I think, in FP1, and they always take some time to play their way into the... That's why I was so surprised last week by Max's ability to take the sprint quali pole. Didn't think. Normally they use up every second of every free practice. T-minus 47 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. OJP, yeah. OJP builds. He'll build himself a race weekend, won't he? Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba. Bum, bum, bum. Excuse me. Did Crofty just say that Liam Lawson was a pretty decent peddler? Send the check over, Crofty. Do you know what I mean? It's almost as if OJP has an experienced corner. The way he goes about doing things, I don't disagree, Ramon. There's something a bit. He smells a bit like a champion and looks like one too. You runners and riders, look at Antonelli up into second day on a 17-1. Don't hate it. It's got to be something to do with Lewis Hamilton's pep talk, when he was spotted in the Mercedes garage. Leclerc goes up to second again. Charles not messing about here. Lando's a greyhound for sure, but when that cheetah enters his peripherals, he gets squirrely. I don't disagree. He's nervous when a shark named Max Verstappen is on his 6. He gets that. And quite rightfully so. I'd be nervous if Max Verstappen were bearing down upon me. I got nervous when Max said waffly. 16.7 from Oscar. He goes top. Oh, the humanity. It's 2/10 quicker than Lando. Seize the day. Lando Norris. Carpe diem and all that. Carpe the MFing diem. What about the weather? Rain. Oh, this is a good shout, Safak. But it's 40 to 60%. So here's what I do. I talked about this with Mr. Windsor, didn't I? If they're gonna, I suppose it's a different appetite towards wet weather running around Hungary as versus Spa. But on the back of what we saw last race weekend, I'll just probably go for a dry setup, thinking that we wouldn't get, if there were rain, big rain, consequential rain, then we wouldn't get any running. Because Rui Marquez or whatever the race controller, the race director's name is, won't want to run in. He won't want to run wet. They're averse to it, or averse to it. I saw a stat. To your point, Michael, I saw a stat that said that they're only halfway through, but McLaren are already one of, like, in the top 10 of biggest points hauls for a constructor ever already. Max Verstappen goes up to 8th on a 17.6. Oscar is faster and strong. I don't know if he's faster. Surf Sauce. You've got to add context to that. It depends. Under pressure, depending on the track, depending on Lando's mood and momentum. The balance is so messy, says Sonoda-san. Because you haven't got his car, is it, Sonoda? Or look how close Yuki is to Max here. Oh, the humanity. That's awful waffly, Max. 3 100s. Oof. Your boy Nasher said OJP is not a generation of driver, Nando. I mean, he might find out deep. I get where Nasher's going with that. I do understand. Gonna find out though. He certainly moved like a generational driver out of La Source last weekend. You could forgive somebody for thinking on the back of Oscar Piastri's movements of late that he's generational. The overtake on Max this year, the overtake on Lewis this year, the overtake on Charles last year, the overtake on Lando last year, the Italian Grand Prix chicane too. You can forgive someone for looking at Lando through Oscar, looking at Oscar even through squinted eyes and thinking that he might, not a generational driver just yet, but if we're forward forecasting as we like to do on this channel, Lando about to go top, by the way. 2/10. Gonna go 2/10 quicker. 16.4. I think from Lando in a minute. 16.5. There you go. Driving on ice. Max says it's like driving on ice. I've got no rear. Make the car easier to drive. Enrico, what are we doing here? No, Nasher's not a numpty sauce. Is a good luck. Honestly, if I tell you that they're good eggs and you see them on this channel, you can take. I'm sensitive to bull feathers, and I'm sensitive to ego. If you saw them on this channel once upon a time and you don't see them again, it's either ego and or bull feathers. Lacking in humility. Mentioning no names, of course. 213 of you watching could go and do me a favour and smash the like. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Charles Leclerc on one again here. Look at this. Go on then, Charles. Let's have a word, mate. He goes again. I got to Oscar Glaze. Let's go. He collects knowledge like a sponge. Oscar and Lando both win a lot more. Win a lot more each down to say the last race. Not a great sector from Charles this. Lots of yellow micros, but he's going for it. Look at this. But it's 7 lap old mediums, so it stands to reason that this might not top any session timesheets. Not yet. Oh my gosh, he's on it though. They're using the F1 Move Me cameras, aren't they, to try and make it look fast, I can tell. That's why Lando Norris looked so darty earlier on. Oscar Jack, praising your driver with facts and nuances, the best glaze, because it's true. I'd say glaze and truth are mutually exclusive, that they can't exist in the same space. It's either truth or it's glaze. Peter Windsor was the biggest ego, and I doubt, honestly, Chris, as somebody that speaks to Peter nearly every day, I could tell you some big egos, Chris, if you wanted me to. Geez, John Perry, chill out, mate. Said John, I appreciate you every time. No, I could tell you some big egos on YouTube if you wanted to. In fact, the discerning eyed amongst you can probably guess the names that would come out of my mouth. There's some big egos. I mean, look, I'll tell you this much, Chris. Antonelli has had his Weetabix. I'll tell you this much. If somebody's prepared to give up time, an hour's worth every single week to come on here and natter back and forth with your boy Cameron CC about Formula 1, that tells you all you need to know about ego or lack thereof. Do you know what I mean? You're giving up time. What more valuable resource? That's all that I'll say on Mr. Windsor. There's no, I can't, Michael. You can probably guess. If they were once on this channel, but you don't see them again, fill in the gaps, Michael. Fill in the gaps. Some people like to get a little bit above their station. And if I sneak, I tell you what, Chris, to your point, if I'm allergic to ego, they wouldn't be. They can't come on this show. I wouldn't talk to them. I don't talk to them. Is there any chance of a dry qualifying? So you want to do 40 to 60%. I want to say 40 to 60% chance of rain on Sunday, a rain interrupted Sunday, and then 40% chance of rain on quali. So said Ruth Buscombe on the weekend warm up, if I remember. And Michael's saying name the. I can't name the. I would be a dick for mentioning names on here, and I don't want to be. I'm not looking to become the monster that I am so allergic to. And if I were to start like going through names, I know John Perry's a different Sir. Excuse me, Cameron. Put some respect on Sir John Perry's name. What are you doing? How very dare you? Peter Wynn's a fan of Oscar. Don't get comments. Say he's not. No, he's a big fan of Oscar. We've made it so. Time for tea. You saw me ask the question. I was like, 70% of the time, Lando loses his P1 by the end of lap 1. People in there, he goes, it means nothing. I'd argue opposite. I mean, I'd say most of the people that I had, if we're talking here, T minus 37 minutes and 45 seconds left on the docket. If we're talking here in real life, all of you guys, in addition to the people that I hang around and go to the pub with, we're all really, really serious, intelligent people. Not a whiff of ego. The second that ego starts to come into it, I can't, Sir John. I just can't. I'm allergic to it. Imagine if chat was all on streaming camp. That would be Max. We're going to get it going in the Discord. On the voice channel, we'll do that soon. I just need to think about a time that works for everyone. There's one name you never mentioned. Just have thought of it, and you'll figure out. Chiba, you guys, Cameron Peter, Beth F1 for JJV. I appreciate you saying that, mate. There are other good ones that I could mention, but we'll get there in the end. We'll get there. I'm glad that you guys appreciate the back and forth with Mr. Windsor. He does. Yeah, Mr. Windsor does cower when I call him the GOAT. But I think that's important for you guys to see, right? Can you imagine if Windsor jumped up and he just like he popped his collars and was like, "Yeah, that's right. I am the GOAT." It put everybody off because he's a shrinking violet, isn't he? Arguing your corner at the pub is what we were all doing just here. 100%, mate. 100%. Oh dear, let's go. John Perry Santa, Sir John Perry Benzie, Sir John Perry. T minus 36 minutes. Blushes, yeah. 270 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like. I make no apologies for labouring this point. I'm infinitely grateful to each and every single one of you who indulge my F1 soliloquy. Peter Wins is the only one. Wow. Can you imagine? I said this thing the other day. Can you imagine a YouTuber, World Championship winning team manager? It is, yeah. It's the intro, Macon. It is the intro. Where's Bryson? I haven't, I haven't messaged Bryson for ages. I might drop him a message. But I know he's quite, last time I spoke to him, he's busy with his academia, etc. So. Peter popping collars, can you imagine? No, he doesn't have it in him. Mate, time for two things that you wouldn't even realise. I'm telling you, we all have our favourite drivers, but the love of F1 brings us all together. I feel you, Cameron. I feel the same, says he. You don't. To be fair, Mikkel, I see what you've done there, chap. No, don't put Bryson in. Bryson's a legend still. Bryson is a legend, but he's very busy, so I don't want to harass him. Toto not replying to Peter's emails. It wasn't Peter's emails. It was, oh yeah, Peter Wright's emails. The PW threw me off because obviously Peter's initials are the same. How do I think Lewis Hamilton will do? If past is prologue, if he has the car, really, really well. Because why? Well, because he's got the most victories of anybody ever in F1 history around this very track. 8, if I recall correctly. Your boy needs to get the numbers and stats and data at hand. John Elkan, yeah? Yeah, John Elkan just there, just in attendance. CEO of Stellantis, I think. You own intern. He's not CEO. I always get it the wrong way around. He's CEO. He's not CEO. I think he's the chair of Stellantis and then CEO of something. I'll have to go and dig it out. Don't quote me. Clearly no deposit on the cans in here. Go on then. Most wins around Hungaroring. Senna with 3. Michael Schumacher with 4. Lewis Hamilton with 8. 8. Most poles. Senna, Vettel on 3. Schumacher on 7. Lewis Hamilton on 9. Chaos. Most podiums. Senna, Schumacher, Vettel on 7. Kimi Raikkonen on 9. Lewis Hamilton on 12. He stands on an island of one statistically. Around here is the truth. If he gets a car, then it'll be hard to beat. Chairman of Stellantis, then Benzie. And then CEO of Fiat, who in turn are the parent member of, oh yeah, why don't you just, yeah, put that, I was going to say, Sky F1, what are they? Chairman of both the investment company and Stellantis. Okay, fair. Cool. I think Lewis will retire after the Ferrari run. He has to. I bet how long does the Ferrari run last is the point, Brett. That's the big question, mate. That is the question that one would need to ask. Ocon 1 for a win. Get the softs and get the softs on and put it into my veins. Inject it into my veins. Go on then. Let's go. Lando about to go again. Lance Stroll 16.2. Okay, because he's done it on softs and everybody else has done it on mediums. There is a tyre offset that Lance Stroll's trying to take advantage of. McLaren used to dominate here, even Kovalainen, and when this McLaren will go, Max's time's in sector 2 dropping. He's on mediums. You know, they will drop because he's doing long runs, Sir John. That's his sixth lap on those mediums. In a minute, I'll go in and put some soft compound tyres on with a view to get... Look at bloody Tsunoda. Tsunoda's a 10th down the road from Max. What is going on? I feel like nearing the Matrix, looking at the black cat. Is there a glitch? Tsunoda sound quicker than Max. Oh, the humanity. My wish Max wins. My prediction Lewis wins. Oh, the humanity indeed, Safo. I think... Look at Antonelli, goes faster, set to 1. I think it'd be a very brave person to bet against McLaren, and also simultaneously a very brave person to bet against Maximilian Verstappen. I just don't think he has the car, is the honest truth. Here we go. Max puts on a set of soft. Let's see how he goes here now. Winding up. Antonelli's... Look at that. Oh, hang on. Piastri's about to go quickest there. Piastri. Holy smoke, he's 2.5 tenths up. 1:15 imminently from Oscar Piastri. 1:15.9 potentially. Or very, very low 16s. As Hulkenberg goes up to 4:15.9. Bloody Nora. Your boy out here with some quick maths. That's not bad. Go on then, let's have a look at that. Get the picture on Max. I want to see how he they would have tinkered with the setup. I want to see. Oh, get off your helicopter, Martin. It's tired, mate. On Stroll, relax. Oh, no, true. 0.3 there. That's not bad. Antonelli in third. Go on and let's have a look at this Max lap. Sack off this helicopter nonsense. Stroll is upset because of the criticism. No, it's true. And I understand why he might be critical, why he might be upset. Hajar goes up to third, 16.4. Go on then, Max, all up to you, cha. It will be interesting on this tour, this next tour of Max Verstappen as he completes his outlap. It will be interesting to compare the sector times of Max and Isaac Hajar respectively, as Lewis goes 27.7. Wow. That's quick. Lewis is onto it. Look at that. It's almost, as Lewis makes a difference, a 10th quicker than Oscar through sector 1. Lewis Hamilton set to, I mean, if he can get near the 26.7 on sector 2, he's set to drop the quickest. Oh my God, sack off that. Lando Norris, I missed it. Wow. Lando goes 0.3. There's me looking at Lewis, hopeful. But he's 3 tenths away, 4 tenths. Low 16s from Lewis incoming. 16.1, 16.2. 28 flat. Oh no, 28 flat from Max. He's nowhere. 26.4 from Lewis takes him up to 5th. This is, of course, due diligence time as far as preparation. Max Verstappen is nowhere. He's going to come in slower than Isaac. He's like level. Would be lucky to beat Isaac at this rate. Lots of green sectors, micro, but no purple. Oh my gosh. Hang on, chat. This is chaos. Max Verstappen has just gone round on a brand new set of softs. And Max Verstappen puts in a 1:16.8. That's as near as makes the difference. 4 tenths adrift of Isaac Hajar in the racing. But in a minute, Max is just going to jump out and say, you know, just give me the racing, give me the white car. Let me see what I can do in that. Because this is stupid. Oscar Piastri goes second, 15.9, but still 3 tenths down on his teammate. What is the problem? Like, just give Max a car, man. Let us see something proper here, right? He's just going to sack it off. Isaac was 5 positions faster than Max. It's bonkers, Benzie. I don't think this is acceptable anymore. Just like when Fernando Alonso was wasting away in like inferior machinery. I just feel like that's why there was so much waffle, Max. Because people don't want to see your career waste away in inferior machinery. We've seen you when you're ready. Charles Leclerc goes third faster, 16.1. It's a good shout, Crofty. Crofty calls it already. It's a very good shout. Potentially, that's your top 3, Lando, Oscar, and Charles Leclerc. Look at Norris. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. RBR running 2026. Do you think so, John? Surely not. Whoever gifted me the membership. Luke, that person has a name, and that person's name is Sir John Perry. Thou shalt put some respect upon it. Norris is coming, says Isa. How long before Red Bull Racing regret sacking Horner? Not long is how long that rhyme took me. It is a little bit, Nando. That kind of is Fernando Alonso's whole career. Just bad decision after bad decision. T-minus 25 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Oh my gosh. Sonoda puts on a brand new set of fresh compound, soft compound tyres and goes 0.3 quicker than Max Verstappen. Max's car's on rails, small ones like ice skates. Not good enough. Mamma mia, those McLarens are scary. It's Alonso's whole career. I just like, what are we? Oh, look at Stroll up into third again. Bloody oh, I'm frustrated. Max 11th, 16.8. Go on then, Oscar. All eyes on you. Oscar goes 27.7. 27.7, 26.7. Just going to drop in a tenth or two behind Lando here. 25.8. No, his yellow sector's all the way, so he might be high 25s again. Sorry, high 15s. There he is. Doesn't go quicker. Behave yourself, Sir John. Can you imagine if Stroll podiums? No chance. No. If it rains, who knows? I think he's done something on that car. Safak. So Alonso said something this week and he said, well, prepare for something special. And Adrian Newey's special next year. It's a good shout, Aston Martin. As they prepare to take the company private again. 116.1 from Stroll, 16.2 from Fernando Alonso. What is going on? Huh. All of a sudden it can do low and medium turns again. What's... 310 of you watching could currently do me a favour and smash the like. I make no apologies for expressing my gratitude as frequently as I do for each and every single one of you. On whose shoulders this channel drives to survive. Newey's smart. Newey's told everybody, ignore me. I'm not picking up the phone. I'm focused on the 2026 car. Lewis Hamilton goes purple, set to 1, 27.6, 26.9. That's not good enough. So he's quick S set to 1. And then he's 4/10 adrift set to, so he's going to drop in about low 16 ones, low 16s, 16 threes. My guess is Aramco will buy Aston Martin, potentially make, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I know he's making Crofty making a big deal out of Max throwing the towel in. And to be fair though, I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to throw unwanted towels onto the track, or even onto the side of the track. I don't think you're supposed to. TWM, Cam, what was the hype around Stroll before he came into F1? Was it one of WDC expectations, as he did win F2? So I heard somebody talk about his daddy's billions was and is the hype, says John Perry. I don't disagree, Sir John. You might be on something there. No, I think the hype was this. I think there was a time there, I heard somebody, I can't remember who I heard. Bloody no, what Ollie Behrman, look at that. Set to 1, don't hate that. I heard somebody talk about racing him in F2, and there was a time when he was a bit of a force of nature. People thought he was destined, even outside of Daddy's money. People thought that he was like destined to go and nail it because he was quick. There was a time, like the latter stages of his F2 season, potentially. I think people thought that he was like, his skills were preternatural. Not unsafe. The hyper run, not anymore though, easy. You know what I mean? It's very different. The hyper and him having not delivered anything for as near as makes no difference. 100,000 years in Formula 1 is very different to what it was in F2. It's Lando. What are you talking about, Jamie? Look at the helmet, love. Bless her. It's the luminous colours of Lando Norris in the image of Lando's hero, Valentino Rossi. Oh, Lando, yeah, nearly. Can you imagine if he touched the barrier, Crackosaurus? Can you imagine? Oh, please. I feel like as neutrals, we should all be rooting for Lando because otherwise it's going to be a walkover and we're going to start to dial out as at race 20. Come on, Lando. You need to keep easy. G, your boy needs to keep. I did say Lando needs to slow. That's what I read. That's what I read. So I'll read this out to you. You just reminded me, Easy G. Do you remember I said that they're singing from different hymn sheets? That's what I read. Here we go. So at the presser, the official FIA one, as Alonso goes 0.4 slower. At the official FIA presser, Oscar was asked, do you need consistency or do you need speed? Which one of those is going to win you the championship? Oscar said you need both. But to be consistently slow is to lose yourself a championship of the driver's variety in Formula 1. Just this. Lando Norris is quoted by the legend that is Adam Cooper as saying he needs to dial it back. That with the benefit of hindsight, he reckons that sometimes 95% will be good enough to get the job done. Oof. Oof. 12. Maybe, mate. If you're that quick. Maybe if you're Ayrton Senna or somebody like that. I don't know if you're that quick, Lando. 95% of the job. Well, you'll see. How did 95% work out for you last time out, Lando? Hey. They're not very well, sir. So I don't know if that's true. Dial it back a little bit, but 95% I think is a bit too low. I don't think you'll get anything with that. Don't hate that, Michael. All you need is Lando as a teammate if you have an all-time car. Front could be so strong he has to back out mid-corner because he's turning too quick. Jeremy says if you don't just join the stream, then smash the like. So no doubt qualifying Max. That's techie. Than techie things. Khalid. Join my moderator extraordinaire says if you just join the stream, do me a favour. You like the stream. Then like the stream for Pete's sake, please. It matters more than you might realise. I would like to see Lando keep the pressure on. Growing up in Schumacher era was rough. 100% Crackosaurus. Nobody wants to see a monotonous one driver dominant season. Mention no names. 2017 through to 2020. Nope. That's why by the time that Max came on and everybody just wanted Max to somebody else. This has been winning too much. You just need somebody else, eh? Oscar's rate of steering is much smoother. It's like Max is a chaos. Chaos. Excuse me. Right, not long left. We round in third base. Red Bull is legendary for their Simmons setup for quality. It's not game over just yet. It's interesting though that Tsunoda-san, what is going on, eh? Got no idea. No idea. Gangster. Na 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 na. Here comes the other but go. Max don't look happy. We're on a break on a... What's going on, Miss RS? Let's go. He always has. He doesn't leave his book behind. Yeah. Adrian, he's always got that bad. And he was taking a long look at the McLaren MCL 390. Max don't look happy. Flip it. 95% is in line with Pareto distributive thing. This is more... I can see what Norris... No, dial it back a little bit, TWM. I'd argue that this is a difference in extents as far as what's required to beat Oscar. It's a difference in extents, not kinds, eh? Surely. 400 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. We are rounding third base. Therefore, T minus 14 minutes and 5 seconds left on the docket. Currently, topping your timesheets is Lando Norris on a soft compound run of 1:15.624. Shortly thereafter, Oscar Piastri on a 15.9. Leclerc, Stroll leads from Alonso, who leads in turn from Hamilton, Russell, Hadjar, Tsunoda-san and Kimi Antonelli. Maximilian Verstappen, bearing in mind probably the story of FP2, bearing in mind its due diligence of the mechanical and aerodynamic variety. Tsunoda-san, 16.485. Maximilian Verstappen, 116.791. What? That Tsunoda-san has put 3/10 on four-time champion Maximilian Verstappen. What? Hamilton's slow at his best track. Not well, yeah. To be fair, but this just goes to show, right? It's not like Lewis can't drive this track. He said doesn't blend well with the car. He's got to send out some more emails, call some more meetings. Despite all the low level negative comments, Lando's still looking fab really quick. Benzi, he's always going to be quick around here, Lando. I want to see whether he can consolidate for a P1 around here. Or whether Oscar... I think he'll drop it on pole, Lando. Given what we've seen. But I'm not sure whether he gets to the start-finish line at the end of lap 1 first, before Oscar. Just the truth. Me too, Safa. Let's go, Miss RS. You don't come from being dominated for 2 years to beating your experienced teammate over a winter break. Apparently, if your name's Oscar Piastri, you do. Apparently. New played down the car next year, could be lying. He's been focusing on it almost exclusively. John Perry out here, gift him. Sir John Perry, put some respect on his name each and every single time. This stream to you is bought by Sir John Perry. Do you know what I mean? If you are a brand new member, by dint of Sir John Perry's generosity, ad infinitum in extreme, then get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself on the Discord. ASAP. Proper legend. Appreciate you, sir. Properly. Go on then. T minus 11 minutes, 35 seconds left on the docket. Lando tops your timing sheets on a 1:15.624. Oscar Piastri, as near as makes no difference, 3/10 adrift on a 15.915. But if I recall correctly, there was a mistake on that lap for Oscar. The race for qualifying and pole will be closer than that. It will be convergence settings. Shortly thereafter, you've got Charlie Leclerc, aka modern day Journalese, on a 16.023. Got both Aston Martin boys up next on a 16.1 and 16.2. Stroll and Alonso respectively. They split the Ferrari boys with Sir Lewis Hamilton coming in 6th on a 16.3. Shortly thereafter, King George Russell of Kingsley and Norfolk on a 16.4. Hajar leads Tsunoda on a 16.5 rounded. Leads Antonelli. Those are your top 10. Max Verstappen currently 3/10 adrift of his teammate Tsunoda-san on a 16.791. What are we doing here? I don't understand. We were both led by an Isaac Hadjar in 8th on a 16.4. I do not understand. And Sir John Perry. I shall put some respect on his name. Do you know what I mean? I'm grateful, sir. Genuine, and I mean that. You don't need to do that. It's I appreciate you. I don't understand what's going on. Did you hear that? We have lost telemetry on all. Come in, go. No, stay out. That's the same guy from Monaco, isn't it? They told that to Charles Leclerc. It sounds like his voice is exactly the same. Lighter fuel medium runs 100%. So they are all currently on mediums. Sons, Alonso, Hamilton, and Ollie Behrman. Make you swap the car. It's just true. It's like, what is going on? 11/10 off pole. What is that about? Insane that Max Verstappen is so far adrift. But again, it is Red Bull. It is Red Bull. I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there at least competing for front row. I wouldn't be surprised. He baits Lando into showing his pace and then picks it up in qualifying. Steals his telemetry maybe. Max trying to no, JJB. We'll have a look. It was 15%. It will be significantly more going into FP3, but then FP3 JJB is where they'll show their hand. So you got to be fast if you're going to do it. Not that this is financial advice, but you got to be fastest finger first on the back of how Max moves in quali. T-8 minutes left on the docket. And 25 seconds. Box now. Box. No. Don't box. No, don't box. No, don't. Indecision is unsettling when you're driving a car that fast. Runners and riders. Nostri. I think you mean Lando Norris. Undrivable. Can't get any balance. What is going on? They do this a lot. Anthony D's right. They do this a lot. I have to credit Max. Flash heart for the moniker. That may be Max. The science compatibility issues may be what they're talking about getting Checo Perez in. Because they need another driver. They did that to Tsunoda-san at Spa-True. Carlos has Alonso because, oh no, wrong decision. Right decision, wrong time. And Williams, lo and behold, fix your fudging car, says Michael. Williams, lo and behold, will become champions in the next couple of years, by which time Carlos would have moved on, seeking pastures anew. 300 of you in the chat concurrently. Do me a favour, smash a like. I appreciate you. Your boy's going to have to sort out his hair soon. It's just chaotic. It's too much. I might just overnight see a new slipstream Cameron watching Max times. I cannot see what he's trying to find. I don't know, John. It's got no grip. The car won't turn. Grip and balance. The problem is, right, the biggest if it's one or the other, let's say you've got a fast car, but you're lacking in balance, or let's say you've got a slow car, but that has balance. But it sounds like the car's not slow. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I feel like what I was trying to say, John, is that I feel like he's got a slave for two dragons here. The car is slow and it's imbalanced. That's what it feels like Max is telling them. Max Verstappen will never win again. I mean, F1 hub to the world. Stranger things have happened, but I'm not sure. If you want to bet that F1 to the world, let me know how. I'll take it. Go to LA. I can't afford it, but it's something that I'm considering now. I'm not even joking. We do need some nice yeets to give us some entertainment this year. Idris Elba, Cam Ty, let's go. He's crashing in qualifying. Rookie settings potentially. Oh, this is boring, Martin. Get out the bloody plane or the helicopter even. T-minus 5 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Oh my gosh. Alonso and Lando. Then that's blockbuster, isn't it? Or even Alonso and Oscar. Lando over at Red Bull. That's just gaslighting to hype up at maybe OG Zilla. It wouldn't be the first time, eh? And then all of a sudden he comes out and he's like purple. I've got money on Leclerc for the crash. It looks good, the shot around here, but a crash, if past his prologue, is never far away from Leclerc's future. Or a cheeky mistake at least. Cam is in Rampage Jackson settings, Quinton. Rampage Jackson settings, Nando, I have you now. Easy G landed. The gap between Aston Martin rear wing and the upside in the inside corner of the rear tyres is moving. Huh? Cracker sauce? Is that a god tier spot? I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. I'll have a look. Oh, Martin, it's a good. You tried, Martin, but it hasn't worked, mate. Like. John says I never bet against him. That car's just disgusting. Trying to remember, was it Suzuka that was like this though? He was nowhere, and then all of a sudden, and the British Grand Prix was like this. It was nowhere in FP2, and then all of a sudden you see something early doors. Look out for Max. I think this is what they do. They're trying out all these extreme things and whatever, and then FP3. At some point, I reckon Max will put on the softs. At some point, Max will put on the softs. And it'll be quick. I'm not saying pole potentially. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to give my prediction just yet. I hope you're right and it's not something more that, oh, the ability. Feel 50-50. Did the same thing at Silverstone. No, Silverstone was different though. Silverstone, Suzuka. Saudi Arabia. If there are such things as Max Verstappen, Spa as well, but Spa was a step too far away. Well, not in the sprint race, it wasn't. But like, go on. Here are your match tracks that you're going to struggle: Silverstone, Saudi, Suzuka. Silverstone, Saudi, Suzuka. All the S's, eh? Silverstone, Saudi, Suzuka, Spa. All the S's. Max Verstappen's tracks. All the S's. Look at that. That's it. Crash Pinto. Odds are insane here. And he'll never. I don't think he could get it. I need luck. Okay. We are 307. Do me a favour. Like the stream if you've liked the stream. I appreciate you each and every single time. Round in third base. Singapore. No, he's not that great at Singapore, I don't think. I mean, he's not bad. Don't get it twisted, but I don't think it's one of his favourites. All the S's, chat. All the S's. Saudi, Silverstone, Spa. Oh. 15-6 from Lando. Flipping Nora. T-minus 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. Lewis used to be king of... He did used to do. It's a good shout, TWM. He did used to do that. Singapore 2018, mention no names. Chiba, I'm not sure that Max... I mean, he's good at Singapore, but... I recall a couple of cheeky mistakes, from uncharacteristic ones from Max a few years ago in Singapore, right around the time when it got very chaotic at Red Bull Racing around cost cap gate. Infringement, 1 minute 20. What's this? Max Tracks? Interlagos as well. True. And Kota. Very true. Michael. Yeah, also Interlagos. Spain, is he good around Spain? I mean, he's not bad at any tracks, is Max, but the times when you're going to have to go some to beat him are, Max is just farming clips from Cam after dropping out, but I know, oh my god. Me just losing my mind again. Oh shoot. 5 p.m. Yeah, the rag is on a track. Anthony D reckons he won't get a penalty there. They'll find the team potentially. I mean, what's the point of this then? What are you onboard footage of the RB21 says enough on this circuit elites today. Verstappen also says in the long run the car is impossible to drive, for crying out loud. What's the point then? Just when we need him, Max is farming. What's the point then, chat? It's quite sad this. I wanted to see a competitive season, do you know what I mean? From race 1 to race 24. And apparently with T minus 0 minutes and 0 seconds left in this FP2 round 14, the Hungarian Grand Prix, apparently it is McLaren in the hands of Lando and Oscar, and then you have the rest. This track exposes the car's weaknesses, and Max warned us, didn't he, as much? Should hand Anthony D his P45. Max Slowden remove to the right and throw the tower. I mean, I see, just keep it in the car, right? Until you get to the pits. It's a bit dangerous, that, sometimes. So Max ends the session on a 1:16.8. Oh, bloody Nora. Get out the way, Lando. It's beef. It's getting beefy. You see this, chat? I told you already. They're disagreeing in separate press conferences as to what it takes to win a championship of the drivers' variety. So extrapolate this where we are as at round 14 into round 24. You can only hope. I was about to mention Cadillac. The other driver is Checo. Who knows? Drago's in the running. Checo's in the running. Zhou's in the running. Bottas is in the running. If that were me, I'd just go Checo and Bottas potentially. Or like Bottas and like one, like one experienced and one less. So thought Max and the two Ferraris would be close to them. Me too, JJB. Flipping Nora. Max Verstappen should retire Red Bull, just too weak to win again. By retire, you mean do like Alain Prost did in 1992 and come back in 93 once he knows which car's the best. Oh no. Go on then. As we round third base, Norris from Piastri, Leclerc, Stroll, Alonso, Sir Lewis, King George Russell, Ajar, Tsunoda and Antonelli. Maximilian Verstappen, your lead story is this. Maximilian Verstappen ends the session on a 16.8. 3/10 adrift of his teammate Tsunoda, son. What are we doing, chat? I don't know how I feel. I don't know how to feel. There is a way that I should feel. Maybe it's disappointed. Maybe there is a sense of foreboding that this is going to develop into a nothingness of a championship at the altar of the McLaren with its sexy double brake duct, with its flexible wings, both front and back, and with its god tier efficacy as far as its internal cooling and reliability, and not a bad driver pairing either. You guys have been legends. John Perry, Sir John Perry, as always. I'm grateful ad infinitum for your generosity ad infinitum. This stream was brought to you by Sir John Perry and his sponsorship. Too generous, OG Silly Real Legend. I'm grateful to each and every single one of you ad infinitum. We'll go long and late at 8 p.m. pause, as we always do for the Friday afternoon show. We'll be back 30 minutes before FP3 tomorrow. Same thing for quali. Reaction video scheduled. And of course, we'll be live 30 minutes before race on race day, as always. Enjoy your Friday. Drink some water between now and next time. Remember to look, but never stare.